Hi guys! So today I'm making some Christmas tree decorations. They can either be used as Christmas tree decorations, using the little hanger there, or they can just be put somewhere to stand. You can decorate them in whatever way you like. And as you can see, this is a very easy pattern and very quick one. It took me a while to come up with it, but I'm quite pleased with the end result. So I hope you enjoy it. Right, so I'm only going to use a green acrylic yarn. This is something that I found lying around, didn't buy it especially. And it's double knitting, and I also have a 4mm hook, and I'll need something to cut, like scissors. And depending on how you want to decorate your tree, you might need some other things as well. So to start with, I'm going to leave quite a long tail so that I can create my chain later on, to hang it on the actual Christmas tree. I'm gonna have a slip knot and then chain two. I want those two chains to be quite tight. And then I'm going to do 6 double crochets in the second chain from the hook, so not this one but that one, and that's 6 double crochets in British English, and single crochets in American English. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now I'm going to need a marker. Just put the marker in here. And now I'm going to do 2 double crochets in the first stitch. It's a bit tricky to get into, but it's doable. So 1 and 2. So 2 double crochets in here and 1 in the next 2 stitches. So 1 here and 1 here. And then again 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So 1 and 2. And then 1 here and 1 here, and that's my entire round. So I'm going to move my marker and now I'm going to do 2 double crochets in the first stitch. So 1, 2, and 3 stitches with just 1 double crochet each. So 1 in this stitch, 1 in here, and 1 in here. And then again I'm going to do 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So 1, 2, and then 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 1, and 1. Okay, that's next round done, and then move the marker. And here I'm going to do again 2 double crochets in the first stitch. So 1 and 2, and then 4 stitches with 1 double crochet each. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. of 1 double crochet in each stitch, and then I need to do 2 double crochets again in the next stitch. So 1, 2, and then 4 stitches with just 1 double crochet in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now I need to move my marker again. And 2 double crochets in the first stitch. So 1, 2, and then 5 stitches with just 1 double crochet in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we do 2 double crochets in the next stitch. 1, 2, and now 5 stitches with just 1 double crochet in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we'll do one more round. So 2 double crochets in this first stitch here. 1 and 2, and then 6 stitches with just 1 double crochet in each stitch. So 1, 2, I'll do this one again. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and 6 stitches with just 1 double crochet in each. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so that's our top. Now before I carry on, I want to turn this inside out. I have my tail here, so I'm going to try to put my hook through a stitch on the inside and hook my tail through it. Okay, and then I'm going to make a chain. Yeah, I usually make between 22 to 25 chains, but actually it depends how long you want it to be and how low you want it to hang. So if you decide it's enough, it's enough. So actually this is not as much as I usually do, but it looks alright to me, so I'll do a couple more and then I need to hook it up again. So just try and catch the inside of a stitch and then yarn over. Okay, and then yarn over again and then tighten, and that's your chain. So we have our chain. Now what we need to do is pull it through the middle to the outside, like so. So the very middle to the outside. And that's how our chain is done. So I'm going to move on now, carry on with my Christmas tree. So let me count the stitches first to double check that we're on the right track. 2, 4, 6. Once again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Excellent. So we can get rid of this now, actually. I'm going to do one more round for this top part. So I'm going to do 2 double crochets in the first stitch. 1. If I can manage. Let's try again. 1, 2, and then 7 stitches with just 1 double crochet. And then I'm going to do another stitch with 2 double crochets, and then 7 stitches with just 1 double crochet. Okay, so now I'm going to move my marker, and that should be 18 stitches altogether. Now I'm going to start decreasing our top part. So I'm going to go not just as usual in the same first stitch, but I'm going to go in back loop only, which means not in the whole stitch as I usually do like this, but I'm going to go from the top and just put the hook through the back loop to the inside loop and do a double crochet like so. And now using the same technique, I'm going to do a decrease. So I'm going to go from the top into the first stitch, pull through, go from the top into the second stitch, pull through, and when I have 3 loops on the hook, I'm going to yarn over and pull through, and then again a double crochet but only in the back loop, and then a decrease but only in the back loop. And this is what I'm going to do all the way around. And then a decrease. then last double crochet and last decrease. Okay, so now I'm going to do an increase. So I'm going to do the reverse of what I've just done. So I'm going to do one double crochet in the first stitch, except now I'm not using back loop only, I'm just using a normal stitch, and then I'm going to do an increase in the entire stitch. So one double crochet in the next and two double crochet in the following one double crochet in the next and two double crochets in the following one double crochet in the next and two double crochets in the following one here and two in the last one and two. And now I'm going to move my marker and now I'm going to do two double crochets in the first stitch, 1, 2, and 8 stitches with just one double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now I'm going to do 2 double crochets in the next stitch and 1 in each stitch for the next 8. Now I'm going to do 2 double crochets in the first stitch and 9 stitches with 1 double crochet in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'm going to do 2 double crochets in the next, 1, 2, and 1 double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches. I move my marker, and you can see the pattern here. So basically each part have 3 parts of the tree, this one, and the next one, and it's just basically increasing the stitches by 1 in each round. So 2 double crochets in the first one, and then 10 stitches with 1 double crochet in each. and then 2 double crochets again, and then 10 stitches with 1 double crochet in each. Move the marker. So this is the pattern. So the next round I'm going to have 2 double crochets in the first one, and then 11 stitches, and then so on and so forth. So I'm going to do that for the next 3 rows, and here is the description, and I'll see you here in a second. And now I'm going to do the same thing that I did here. So I'm going to use back loop only. So first of all, I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the first stitch in the back loop only, or maybe not counting my marker. So there we go. And then I'm going to do a decrease in the back loop only as well. So 1 and 2, and yarn over, pull through, and then again just 1 double crochet in the back loop only, and then 1 decrease in the back loop only, 1 double crochet and 1 decrease. And this is what I'm going to do all the way around, and 1 decrease. And I'll see you here in a second. And now I'm going to do the reverse, and not in the back loop only, but in the actual stitch now. So 1 double crochet in the first one, and 2 double crochets in the second one, 1 double crochet in the first one, and 2 double crochets in the second one, 1 double crochet in the first one, and 2 double crochets in the second one. And I do that all the way around. 1 and 2. I'll see you in a minute. And now I'll pick up where I left off. So I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the first stitch, and then do 14 stitches with 1 double crochet in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, and then 2 double crochets in 1 stitch, and then 14 again, 1 double crochet in each stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 9, 12, 13 and 14. I'm going to move my marker and I'm just going to do that, follow this pattern of increase for the next few rows. Let's have a look at the description just now. So there we are, I'm almost finished. Now I want to stuff my Christmas tree with the rattle and with some filling, but before I do so, I'm going to decorate it a little bit because I think it's going to be easier to decorate before everything else is inside. So I'm going to use this golden yarn to make a chain. Before I do so though, I'm going to cut off a little bit so that I can use the cut off yarn to sew it onto the Christmas tree. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So now I'm going to make a chain. It has to be a fairly long chain because I wanted to go around the Christmas tree. So just the usual, nothing out of ordinary, and so this is the chain that I'm making, and I'll see you here in a second. So I have that much so far, but I am going to leave it for now. I am not going to cut off and fasten off, I'm just going to leave it ready to be continued if I need to. So first of all, I'm going to put my hook in to the top of my tree, and then I'm going to pull the chain through. There we go. So we want the chain to be on the outside, but we want the end bit to be inside. Okay, so that's that, and now I'm going to get a crochet needle, and this is what we needed this other yarn for. Make sure to secure. Now obviously with crocheting this might still go through, so it's important to just secure it on the inside. And maybe tie a little knot. Oops. There's going to be a knot. And when you're confident that it's secure, we can start attaching our chain. So I'm just going to put the needle in and basically sew the chain on. Okay, so this is what I'm doing, and I'll see you back here once I got either to the bottom or to the end of the chain that I've already made. Okay, so I've decided I need a little bit more, and so I'm going to get a few more chains, and then I'm going to cut off because it is quite tangly, so bear that in mind. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to give myself a little bit of room, and then I'll leave a little tail just in case, and I'm not going to fasten off yet, but at least I don't have to be careful with the big ball of additional yarn, because we already have the green one that is still there. Okay, so now let's just carry on with this. Okay, so there we are so far. Now, so I got to the bottom and I pulled the end of the chain through, and together with the yarn from the needle, and I tied them together, and then I pulled them through a couple more times, and now they are secure and are going to stay there. So this is one way of decorating your Christmas tree. So of course you can be as creative as you like while decorating the tree. Now I'm going to show you one more thing that I do. So I'm going to use red yarn this time, and I'm going to turn my Christmas tree inside out and just attach the yarn on the inside to make sure that it doesn't fall apart. And just make a little knot like I did previously with the chain. And then once that's secure, I'm going to get my needle on the outside. And then I'm going to put the needle in like so. And just pull it. And before I pull it tight, I'm going to put the needle inside and then stick it in on the other side. So if I pull it a bit more again, there we go, and do this, we have a little red bauble-like thing, I'm going to call it. I need to make sure that I don't get the other yarn tangled in, which I already have. Okay, I'm back. I've untangled my yarn. I need to make sure that on the inside it's still quite loose so that it doesn't deform my Christmas tree. And again, I'm going to go into a stitch on one side, pull the yarn fairly tight like so, and then put the needle in again, and then maybe move this way. It's all up to you. If you want it to be slightly sticking out, you can do that, and that also works. And then I'm going to do this again. And then stick it there, and then go that way. Like so. And then do the same here. And I'm just going to do this until I think I've got enough of these little things. And I'll see you here in a second to finish off the tree. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the inside. That's what it looks like on the outside. I'm going to tie a little knot on the inside again, making sure that it doesn't just fall apart. And one more for good measure. And then I'm going to cut, and that's it. And now I'm just going to close my tree. So this is the last part of making the tree. I'm going to need some polyester filling and a little rattle. So first of all, I'm going to go and start with back loop only and do what I've done for the other two parts. So I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the back loop only, followed by 1 decrease in the back loop only, and again 1 double crochet in the back loop only, followed by a decrease in the back loop only. And this is what I'm going to do all the way around. Oops, if I don't make a mistake, that is. That's my decrease. In the next row, I'm going to do 5 double crochets in a normal stitch, so not back loop only anymore, just normal stitch. So 5 followed by a decrease. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, followed by a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, followed by a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by a decrease, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, followed by a decrease again. And that's our last one in this row. So I'm going to move my marker straight away. And before I carry on, I'm actually going to start stuffing my Christmas tree a little bit. So that I get into the top. So once I've got a little bit of stuffing, I'm going to put my rattle. Now, if you want to, you can encase the rattle in additional piece of fabric. I used to do that. Either way, always remember that this is a, well, it could be a choking hazard, so make sure that you don't leave your child unattended. I'm sure you know this, but I have to say it. And there we go. It's up to you how much stuffing you put. I don't really want it to be very bulky. I don't want it to bulge too much. So for now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it at that. And then I'm going to carry on decreasing. So in this one, I'm going to do 2 double crochets followed by a decrease. So 1, 2, followed by a decrease. 1, 2, followed by a decrease. 1, 2, followed by a decrease. 1, 2, followed by a decrease, 1, 2, followed by a decrease, and the last 1, 2, followed by a decrease. Now, I understand that the rattle is a bit annoying at this point, and you don't really have to put it in. The only reason I put it in is because I intend this to be my daughter's Christmas decoration that she can put on the tree. So we're almost there. Now I'm going to decrease every single stitch. So 1 decrease, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, let's see. You can see we are closing. Now, if you want to stuff your Christmas tree anymore, now is probably the time. So now I'm going to do 1 double crochet followed by 1 decrease. One double crochet followed by 1 decrease. And 1 double crochet followed by 1 decrease. Okay, and the last thing is I'm going to skip 1 and slip stitch into the next one, and then skip 1 and slip stitch into the next one, and then skip 1 and slip stitch into the last one, and that should close the gap. So I'm going to do 1 more chain and then fasten off, pull tight, take my marker out, there we go, and I'm going to pull the yarn through and then try to get the yarn on the inside. Just pull it a few times. Try not to pull too much of the stuffing in the process, which yeah, so it's just done. Okay, now I can just cut this bit off. And there you have it. Christmas tree decoration. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know if you have any pointers for me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.